say it's been really different having a Chelsea Flower Show in September. A lot of people have been saying wonderful to see just a different palette of flowers, different colours.
Yeah, and what you can do in your garden at this time of year to make it really interesting. I found it, really stimulating as far as the plant palette is concerned. Wonderful.
And we have to talk about
Come on.
the weather, the blue sky. We have been so lucky. I think we're set to have possibly one of the warmest Septembers ever on record. Now, you couldn't have planned that, could you?
No, it's all come together nicely, hasn't it, Sophie? Well, it really has felt like a happy place to be. And tonight we're celebrating everything we love about the RHS Chelsea Flower Show, an event supported by M&G. JJ Chalmers brings his commentary skills to horticulture as he takes us through the runners and riders vying for the title of RHS Plant of the Year.
I'll be talking all things roses with Silent Witness star Amelia Fox, as well as discovering how she transformed a bleak concrete space into a fragrant cottage garden.
And of course, as we've already said, tonight's the night we get to announce the winner of the BBC RHS People's Choice Award, your favourite large show garden of 2021.
Now though, if you're seeking some inspiration to revamp your garden in time for spring, Arit Anderson's been paying attention. This is her guide to the top trends that have emerged from this year's Chelsea Gardens.
My first trend for Chelsea 2021 has to be the use of natural materials. Here on the Florence Nightingale garden, I love how they've used this cross-laminated timber, but they've given it a really architectural feel in this wonderful structure. But timber's all over the show. On the Yeo Valley garden in the wonderful egg. And on the Boodle Secret garden, I really like how they've used the wainy edge end of the board. That means you can really see the texture of the timber. And even on the Garden of Hope, I really wanted to make sure we had steamboat timber because it gives curvaceousness and it's got a very tactile feel to it. But it's not just timber where we're seeing these natural materials, it's also all across the paving within the gardens. Clay pavers, they're a great addition to any garden. So here they're quite dark and moody, and on the Arcadia balcony garden a more buttery colour. But also I've enjoyed seeing pavers as in natural big slabs of stone on the M&G garden. Wonderful use of stone there. In my opinion, the best thing about using these natural materials is that they get better and better with age. This year's Chelsea has pushed us to look beyond the flower, and that takes me to the second of my trends. It's all about edibles. Across the showground, I've enjoyed seeing fruits, vegetables, but more importantly, when it's mixed in a border. So like here, we've got sanguisorbas and rebeckias and grasses and salvias, but mixed in, there's beetroot, there's kale, and there's cabbages. By incorporating this style of planting into our borders, it prolongs the season, it makes it look good, it feeds us and nurtures the soul. And my last trend for Chelsea 2021, last but no means least, is the house plant. And although it's celebrated in the Great Pavilion, I love the fact that it's escaped into the showground, into its very own category, and has been awarded medals. So why is that? Well, it's down to the fact that we've had to spend so much time indoors over the last 18 months, and by looking after these plants, we can see the benefits that they've given us, not only for our mental well-being, but improving the air quality in our homes. You don't have to have a garden to enjoy these plants. I hope that this is going to be a trend that continues for many years to come.
Thanks, Arit. Some inspiration there to keep us all busy over the winter months ahead. And now for a flower that comes into its own at this time of year.